say we got 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. What's up? It's Ace. Coming to you guys with a deck profile video. More of I'm trying to make this deck and try to build something of it. So I'm playing flowandereeze, and I think it's really fun. The fact that you can normal summon your opponent's turn and pop off effects, quick interruptions, and doing stuff like that is really cool. And since most of their effects are normal summon, you can go play a lot of like cards that evolve normal summon monsters. For starters, I actually tech card wise, I added my Apex Predation because it destroys all special summon monsters on the field if I have a troll normal summon monster. And a lot of times I'm gonna have a normal summon monster because this deck evolves tributing summoning too. If we're getting into flowandereeze, and you can add some rank 1 stuff, you can add tribute summoning stuff like monarch support. What else I say you add? Some pots of dualities, as I got there, or like the summoning thing. Some lost wind, or any type of normal summon support you can do, and that's for rank stuff, like I said, the rank 1 stuff and everything. Without further ado, let's get into it. And if you guys have any suggestions of how to build the deck up from this is kind of what I have gathered up from cards I made or crafted so far. Leave it in the comments below. I'll definitely check it out. I like this deck a lot. So we're running 2 flowandereeze Rabina. I know people are used to run 3 of these like crazy right now. So if you have 3, definitely run 3. But basically, basis of flowandereeze before I get into it, normal summon effects when they normal summon, and they have banishment effects when another flowandereeze is normal summon. That's what I pretty much got from here. So basically, everyone has this top card effect when they're banished. When this card will leave the field, but banish it instead, and you can only use the effect of each of the flowandereeze Rabina once returned. So all of them kind of have that type of effect. You can add special summon during the turn you activate this effect. With this card, normal summon, you can add 1 level 4 lower winged beast once from your deck to your hand. Immediately after that, normal summon 1 level 4. Well, normal summon 1 winged beast monster. If I control a winged beast monster, if winged beast monster will be normal summon to your field, while this card is banished, you can add it to your hand. So you kind of pop off effects of just looping into each other. You won't get the normal summon effect off again if you summon it again. That's from my understanding, that's what I'm seeing what happens when you try to normal summon the flowandereeze monsters that way. But basically, this is a searcher. It adds level 4 lower winged beast monster. This flowandereeze adds a level 7 or higher winged beast monster, and he has the same effect as Rabina. Normal summon get to have the search. Normal summon get to have the search, and then you get to summon them off again, or get them back to your hand once the number of flowandereeze monster is normal summon. This one has the effect I can target one card in either player's graveyard and banish it. You want to banish yours if you have the effect of straight normal summon and stuff like that. So I think I'm not sure if you can chain it to like when he summoned, chain it into like another flowandereeze card that is banished and you can get it back to your hand. I haven't tested that out yet, but you might be able to. For this flowandereeze token or token, you have the effect of when this is card normal summon, I can target one of my banished. You can target one of my banished flowandereeze cards and add to your hand. It says cards. You don't even have to have monsters. You can just banish one of your spell and trap cards for that. Support wise, the 2 max C's. If your opponent goes crazy, special summon, just draw a bunch of cards, 2 ashes, like I always have. Mist Valley Apex Avian. I've been actually using this. I just put this in a deck recently because he's a good card to tribute summon off, and the quick chain effects are really cool. I tried adding Seymour into the deck a little bit, but I never could get his effect to actually truly go off with each other, so that was kind of hard for me to actually kind of put into play with Seymour. So I'm trying Mist Valley Apex Avian, so that's pretty cool. The one Monarch card I see a lot of people running is Reza, the Mega Monarch. Basically, when you tribute summon with a card, you tribute summon this card by tributing 1 tribute summon monster. So your big level boys basically. And when this card is tribute summon, I can target 1 card on the field or any player's graveyard. Also, if this card is tribute summon, by tributing a wind monster, which I have a lot of them, I can target an additional card on the field, place the first target on top of the deck in any order. Also, after that, return the additional target, if any, to your hand. So I think it's any card on the field basically. So it's pretty good so far. We got flowandereeze and Snow. The big flowandereeze don't have the effect of like that kind of a win once per turn while this card tribute summon, I can conduct up to 3 normal summons this turn. So summon 3 flowandereeze cards in the hope of like swarming the field with the little guys. But while this card is tribute summon, if you're a monster, that's a defense position monster and inflicts piercing damage to your opponent, and once per turn, it's a quick effect. I can banish 1 card from my hand and change off touch summon monster my opponent controls to face down defense position. Quick effect and got some good interruption, and a lot of effects actually don't really pop off when they get flipped face down, so you got to keep that in mind too. I've only run one of these so far. I might run another one if I actually have it crafted or something, but for right now I like this because when this card is tribute summon, I get a search. Any flowandereeze spell on a trap card. Immediately after that effect, you can normal summon a flowandereeze card basically. And while this card is tribute summon, let me read this one. This card is tribute summon. Your opponent can activate the effects of such summon monsters they control in attack position. Again, defense position, but 9 times out of 10, your opponent's going to have some stuff in attack position and do it. I kind of consider this a little better version of this, but the quick effect is nice for that. And the same thing here. Your opponent can activate the monster's effect. Special summon, attack position once per turn, do a damage calculation. Fixed card battles a monster, quick effect, banish 1 card from my hand and have the current attack of a monster. Really cool. I don't think it targets. Let me see. You can banish 1 card from your hand. Yeah, it doesn't target, so it can get bypass effects like that too. One Nibiru, that's my boy. Got to keep that rock on me. We got one Regeki. We got Heavy Feather Duster, Monster Reborn, Terraforming, such out the field spell. Pot of Dualities. You don't have to run 3, but it's actually kind of good if you do because you're not supposed to summon like crazy, so you can always have this card if you need it. I always say this name wrong. It's on Regato, Rikuto, I think that's how you say it. Basically, I use this card as a draw card because basically, you're running all winged beasts really. It comes up sometimes, but not as much as I like. So I'll keep that in mind. Here's the flowandereeze field spell. I really like the artwork of this, like the little wind thing going. But basically, reveal a flowandereeze monster. You gotta be level 1 though, not the big boys. And then I can banish 1 flowandereeze card with different names from your deck. And then immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon or reveal monster. If your opponent normal summons a monster, immediately after this effect, you can normal summon a flowandereeze monster from your hand. Doesn't have to be the level 1 ones. It just says normal summon it, so that's really like that effect. So we got flowandereeze of the unexplored winds. Yeah, unexplored. Okay, I had to look at that again. I like the artwork of this card too. But basically, when I tribute summon, it requires 2 tributes by sending 1 monster you control and 1 monster your opponent controls to the graveyard, so you can tribute your opponent's monsters. That way you don't get no destruction effects or like banishment effects or stuff like that. But they do what they say, it leaves your field though. That's really cool. But during the main phase, you can reveal up to 2 winged beast monsters from your hand, place them on the bottom deck in any order, then draw the same number of cards. So basically send 2, draw 2. Support wise, Book of the Moon, Call by the Grave, 2 Forbidden Droplets. If you have one, you have one. This is a suggestion. Mirror Force, if you have it. It's always a decent card, Unexpected Mirror Force. Lost Wind, because I just love to troll people with this card. Has a graveyard effect too. If in a permanence, it's always a good decent card too. The flowandereeze trap card, I've been thinking about bumping this up, but I like it at 1 so far. Because basically during the main phase, my opponent, I can just normal summon one of my flowandereeze monsters and get the loop going on their turn, which is really cool. Support card, these 2 could run into the deck is Apex Predation. As I said, stars off special summon monsters if you control a normal summon monster. Thing about it is you can't normal summon the turn you activate it, so I kind of just use it on my opponent's turns. 1 solemn, if you have more, definitely use it. It's just I only have 1 right now. Flowandereeze, how you say this? Flowandereeze and the Scary Sea. You're trapped into the deck when your opponent special summon a monster and control a face-up tribute summon monster. Basically, you want a big flowandereeze and no special summon monsters. I can negate that summon, return that monster to the hand. Also for the rest of the turn, your opponent cannot special summon monsters, so that's really cool. And you can conduct up to 3 normal summons. Your opponent cannot. Oh no, I'm reading that wrong. Your opponent cannot special summon and can conduct up to 3 normal summons that set this turn, not just 1. You can only use the effect of flowandereeze and Scary. So basically, my contract. I don't actually use that other effect onto it. I gotta see how to actually. Moving on to the extra deck, you have Slacker Magician. I just put this in here, so I haven't actually had too much play testing with it, but basically this is your rank 1 setup that I had told you about. Also, this card is really good. It's a rare. Can I be affected by other card effects? I can attach 2 materials from this card for the rest of the turn. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Sometimes you can use this for Zeus. If you just attack with it or something, and your opponent has nothing to field, attack with it, boom, and drop out this one. I'm using the Utopic Future just because I have 2 rank 1 things I can use it for, and then I can just go into the Utopic Future Draco for a negation. And of course Zeus to get the deck a little more of a boost in not destruction power, you can say destruction power, clear the field power I should say. You got Almiraj, that's the boy. Nightmare Phoenix, if you have any other nightmares though, you can add them to the deck. Deco Targers, this is the card I had. You can actually run Tri-Brigade support into this too with the Link monsters. Only Tri-Brigade Link monster I have is a rare one. That's Regal. So Regal's pretty cool. We have Itsuri, it's Ninjutsu, of the World Chalice, One Appaloosa, Rester Liger because he's just here. And that's just Skull Talker if you want to clear the board a little bit or try to go for some crazy attack. But it's pretty much it for the deck profile. I plan on actually improving this deck more if you guys check out my Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel stream sometime. Hopefully, my stream that today or whenever this video was uploaded, or just getting back into it. Loving my deck profile so far, and hopefully, you guys put out some more content. Well, hopefully, I put out some more content. I'm saying that wrong. But that's pretty much it for the deck profile video. Like and subscribe, and see you guys later. It's out.